Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursdays with Joey. Each week we are going to look at a different video game, and while we will play the game, it is not going to be about the game. It is going to be about me. See, I figured it might be time for you guys to get to know me a little bit better, but I wasn't quite sure the way to do it, and I didn't just want to sit down and talk because that's boring. So I figured this was a compromise because this way we can enjoy a video game while at the same time getting to know me. So, without further ado, I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. This is Call of Duty Black Ops Zombies, the original, the OG, and in my opinion, the best one. But we're also just going to take it easy and chill for a little while too. So, let's get started.
Systems offline.
Electricity is required to continue this war.
Okay, cool. Let's go. Electricity is required to win this war. That's what he said. Yeah, go ahead.
A weapon only a surgeon could love.
Oh. Okay. Well, where are the... There we go. Alright.
Die again! And again! And again and again and again!
What the heck? I forgot how crazy.
You will pay for that, rot face!
Oh my gosh. Ah! Crit. That scared me. Ooh. Hello.
Perfect for close encounters.
I have a shotgun now. Alright, so, what story should we tell today? Should we tell the story of how I met my wife? The story of our wedding? I think we build up to that. I think that's the right action.
Oh! Hands off the Mac, Jack!
Excuse me. Let me think here for a moment. What story do y'all want? What story am I gonna tell? This is a lot of pressure.
More tender than roast beef.
Which story? Fine. So for today's story, this is the story of how I met your mother. Jeez, how I met my wife. So, this story takes place in the early winter.
No, it will not end like this.
Okay, that was a warm-up level. That's not going to be in the video. This is the story of how I met.
Electricity is required to continue this war.
Cool. Alright, so, as many of you probably know, I work at Chick-fil-A. It's true. I work at Chick-fil-A.
I will leave them in peace.
Thank you. I work at Chick-fil-A. Or at least I have for the past 4 years now. Anyway, so at the Chick-fil-A, I work at a different Chick-fil-A, but at the Chick-fil-A that I used to work at, I was the manager. Or at least my job was to train them. I didn't become a manager until a little bit later, but I still had all the responsibilities basically. Anyway, so it was, I believe, a Friday evening. I was working evening shifts, which is rare for me because I don't usually do that. day. Regardless, I worked because they needed me. And so I did, and my job was to train on headset, which is like order taking when you're on drive-thru. So that was my job. So I sit down with my friend Chandler, and the two of us are going to train this new girl on how to do headset, which was like, okay. And then I meet the girl, and first of all, she cute. Like, she was gorgeous. She still is. Then I decided that I was gonna like talk to her, just get to know her a little bit. Well, I actually remember it was really awkward. I remember it was really awkward because like she didn't know how to put her headset on when I first met her, and so I like had to show her how to do it, and it was really weird because they had like a head like this. And it was really, I was like, "Here, let me get that for you." And it was really weird. I thought, okay, she's gonna think I'm a weirdo. So this was a bad idea. But anyway, we got to talking, and first of all, one of the things that I noticed about her was she was very sarcastic. Like, she did not give a crap what she said. She didn't give a crap if you were offended. It was adorable. She's still like that, and I love her for it. Because I've always been attracted to like girls who like were able to stick up for themselves and like didn't take crap from anybody, because that meant that they were tough. In a much later future. Wow, that just barely missed me. That's crazy. But as long as I've got my shotgun, I'll be good. Fetch.
What's the hair?
Should I get 2 of these? Hang on. Oh, the pistol is crap. Okay.
Give me the shot, damn it!
Well, anyways, where
Major
was I?
systems
So I noticed
offline.
immediately that she had
There's power nearby.
mouth
There has to be.
of a not of a sailor, because she doesn't swear, but she was
Not enough money?
she
Time to re-examine the budget.
had a way of letting you know how she felt without being rude or mean about it, but she at the same time she didn't care.
Perfect for close
And
encounters.
I've always wanted to be. I always strive to be like that, to just not care what people think of me. It's a good trait to have. It saves so much stress.
Back to hell, demon spawn.
Like I said, I love him now. So I'm not gonna say we hit it off, because the truth is we probably didn't think much of it at the time. Like, I thought, okay, she was cute, but working at Chick-fil-A. But anyways, so we had a really nice conversation the night that I met her. We talked about like how the fact that we were both going to school, the fact that we were both brought up in church, the fact that we're both really close with our families, etc. Just like stuff that you tell someone right after you meet them, I guess. Little
Really, I have only just
Chit-chat.
begun.
And that was the end of it. I didn't really think anything of it for a little while. But after a while, I realized that I could not stop thinking about this girl. No matter what I did, she was always on my mind. So I did what any child born in this century does. I looked her up on Facebook. I friended her. That's actually the old fashioned way. Dang it. It makes me sound old. looking her up on Facebook. But no, I did. I looked at her on Facebook. We friended each other. And we just started talking.
Damn,
Not
my
often.
math was wrong.
Well, pretty often, actually. Like, but I mean, like, it wasn't non-stop. Like, we wouldn't, that's not all we did. We still had, like, 5 jobs. She was an intern at a church. I was working and going to school at the time that I met her. So, like, we were both really busy. But eventually, this one afternoon, I was just like, hey, because I actually did want to hang out with her. So I was like, hey, if you'd like, I can just come by when you get off work, and we can just hang out then.
Down!
Ah, dang it. Okay.
Power level critical.
As I was saying.
Major systems
So
offline.
I was just like, hey, is
We
there a
must
day you
find
got
the
off
switch
this
if
week?
we
I
are
can
to
just
last.
Come by and we can hang out afterwards. And she was like, okay. So I believe it was a Thursday, the first time that we like hung out together. And I had gotten off work at 2 o'clock. I usually work like 5 or 5:30 to 2. So it was usually the same every day. And with her, she usually worked different schedules. She worked mornings for a while, but that time she didn't get off until like 3. And so I was like, okay, I'll just chill here, hang out with my friends, and wait for you to get off. Yeah. The problem is she didn't 3 o'clock hit. She wasn't 4 o'clock hit. She wasn't off yet. I don't believe she got off until like 5 that evening. So I had literally sat there for 3 hours. All my friends, they got off and they were like, why are you still here? And I was like, waiting for somebody. And they were like, oh. And I was like, shut up.
Again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
They were right. So, anyway, 5 o'clock
Perfect
hits.
for
She
close
finally gets
encounters.
off. And we just stayed there together. And we sat at a table. We talked about like different aspects of our lives. Talked about like what our hopes and dreams are. What do we want to do? We talked for like 3 hours. It was really, really nice. And then we ended up leaving around like 7 something. And I remember it was raining outside, and so like I got to walk her to her car under my umbrella, and it was really sweet because like neither of us really said anything of it. We just like moved on from it, but she told me later on that she thought it was really sweet. Anyways, and that was how I met my wife. She is the greatest person I've ever met in my life. There is absolutely no one like her, and there never will be, because she's just that perfect. And I treasure every moment of that. You guys want to hear about our first date too? Yeah, why not? Alright, so, being me, being
This is how one
time,
stimulates progress.
I didn't just be like, hey, do you want to go catch a movie or something? Well, actually, I did. I asked her if she wanted to go see a movie, but I think it was pretty obvious that I was trying to ask her out. And so, this one afternoon, I was just like, hey, I think it's pretty obvious, but I like you. And I was just wondering if you'd like to maybe go do something sometime, if that's something you're interested in. And she was like, you're awesome, I really like you, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really busy, I have things that are important to me. I don't wanna put those on hold. And I was like, I understand. And so I was like, okay, so I gotta wait this out.
Zombie dead is
I see
another
how it
man
is.
living.
Okay, cool. Well, and so I just basically started preparing myself to just be patient. Then, the next day, at work, she came up to me when I got there, and she was like, hey,
Living
hey,
dead,
listen,
maybe,
I'm free on
but I'll
this
still
Saturday.
outlive
You
you.
wanna go see that new Aquaman movie? Like I said, this was 2018. And I was like, what? Because like I just said, I just asked her if she wanted to go out, and she said she said no, because she didn't do that.
They call me
either.
the whiz kid for nothing. Give me the shot, damn it.
So,
Gonna have to get the power on. It's like deja vu all over again.
yes. So, basically, she had now asked me out. And I was very confused because I was like, you just said that you didn't want to do that, and I understand why. And now you're all like, hey, nothing ever happened, let's go hang out. So I was confused and a little upset.
Stop
But
it! You're
of course I
bad
ended up
over
agreeing.
here!
I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But it's gonna be just like this. And so I was trying not to let my expectations get too high because I really liked it.
Yeah,
But
feel
I
it,
didn't
meat
want to
sacks!
blow it. So we ended up meeting at the theater. It was like a Saturday night, I believe. We met up, and it was really. I remember we met up, and I was wearing a Star Lab shirt from the show The Flash on CW, and she was a huge Flash fan. So she was like a Flash fan. She was a huge Flash fan. So I was like, I like. So she was like, I like your shirt, and I was like, thank you. And then we went into the movie, and this is a true story. Right when we went to walk into the movie theater, we were standing in line to go get some snacks, and this guy walks up to me. True story. This guy walks up to me, and he said, "Hey," talking to me. He said, "Hey, I noticed you when you walked in, and I was just wondering if you'd like to go see a movie." And it took a second for me to realize what was happening. And then I looked at Sam, and then I looked back at the guy, and I was like, "Oh." And I looked at him, and I was like, I felt a little. Not gonna lie, I felt a little good about myself. I let that get to my head. I was like, man, I just can't control the charm. I can't. Anyway, and so I looked at this guy, and I was like, it's very sweet, but I'm here with her. Have a good night, though. Good luck. And he was like, smiled, and he was like, I see. And then he walked away. Maybe it was just a joke, but he did not look like he was joking. If he was, he got me. But anyways, we went into the theater and we started watching the movie, and it was really nice. I remember like she'd been really tired that day because it was a long day at work and everything else she'd done. So like I remember she fell asleep like halfway through the movie, just leaning her shoulder leaning her head on my shoulder, and it was really sweet. And I remember like just sitting there watching Aquaman, not giving a crap about what was going on, watching the movie, looking at this girl, thinking, "Is this my wife? Is this the girl that I'm gonna marry?" Kind of excited, but trying not to show it. And then I just remember trying to be like, calm down, be patient. And then we went our separate ways and went home. She texted me later. She said, "Thank you, I had a great time." And it was just one of the best nights of my life. And that's the story of how I met my wife and our first date together. I will wait until she joins me to tell you guys the story of how I proposed. It was really sweet. She's gonna have to do that video with me though. I can't do it by myself. That's just too special. But wow, this actually was not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. It was a little bit distracting trying to do both talk, be emotional, and kill zombies all at the same time. But if The Last of Us can do it, I can too. My favorite video game of all time, by the way. Wow. Okay, I think that's as good of a spot as any to leave it. Thank you guys as always for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you like this kind of thing, or if you want me to play another video game the next time we decide to do something like this. Either way, just let me know what you think. I always love you. Thank you for sticking with me, and I can't wait to see where this channel goes next. Bye. See you later, guys.